So the time is here. It's officially happened. John Jones retired. Now, this video is just for the sake of my opinion. Whether you guys like it, dislike it, however you feel about it, it's my opinion. Let me fix my camera a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I knew he wasn't fighting Tom Aspinall. I knew he wasn't. After I seen Stipe land the shots that he landed, after I knew that John Jones did not have the great boxing defense, after I seen John Jones not be very fast, he's fairly slow, it only gets him so far. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like John Jones isn't him. I'm not one of those people. But stylistically and the way that everything stacks, John Jones was in a position where I think if he fought Tom Aspinall, he was going to lose. Because Tom Aspinall just has it all, right? It's a different level from going from light heavyweight to heavyweight. It's a different level of power. And while John Jones has probably one of the best chins in the UFC, he's eaten some really good shots. John Jones is also older now. No, can't take the shots like you used to, even though, granted, again, John Jones hasn't taken many headshots. But it doesn't take much. And John Jones is a logical thinking human being. And he knows and understands this motherfucker can put me out. I mean, if you look at who Tom Aspinall is fighting and who he's knocking out, it's basically everybody. He's catching everybody. Now, I know people are like, bro, man, Tom Aspinall, this time. Bro, John Jones was caught by Stipe, 42-year-old man. Stipe with a straight right hand. I don't know if John Jones would be awake if he eats a straight right hand from Tom Aspinall. The speed of Tom Aspinall, and now granted, is there a possibility John Jones can beat Tom Aspinall? Yes, and I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh yeah, John Jones stands no chance, because at the end of the day, it's John Jones. That dude, if there's a will, there's a way with him. But I just think everything stacked against him, everything, and I'm talking age stacked against him, right? The difference between their boxing stacked against them. John Jones no longer having that height advantage that he once had in light heavyweight, the reach advantage that he once had in light heavyweight. John Jones could do this. He could, a lot of eye pokes. John Jones does this, right? This, sticking the arm out. This was a lot of his defense was getting that arm out there, having this out there. You can't do that as much in heavyweight because those guys' arms are just as long as his. Those guys are bigger than John Jones. They're stronger than John Jones. And I'm not going to say Tom Aspinall is stronger, but the heavyweights are going to be stronger than John Jones. John Jones is just, he's just him when it comes to wrestling. But I genuinely don't think John Jones would have beat Tom Aspinall. And you're not going to sit here and tell me, oh, what John Jones, he retired. Like, the money was a problem. Dana said they offered him what he wanted. He took it, and then he changed his mind. And then I seen a John Jones tweet. He hasn't even been training or something like that. That's a telltale sign. I think, honestly speaking, after Poatan lost, his interest of fighting again was gone. He really wanted that Poatan fight. And I don't think he was ever going to get it. Because at that time, Tom Aspinall was the interim champion. But genuinely speaking, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, but you got to call a spade a spade. John Jones ducked Tom Aspinall. Say what y'all want. Oh, he doesn't have, there's no reason for him to fight Tom Aspinall. The reason is he's the champion, and there's an interim champion. And there's been an interim champion for a very long time. That's why he should fight Tom Aspinall. And if he doesn't want to fight, he could have gave up the belt and looked for a legacy, not a legacy fight, but like legacy fight. Let me just do this fight just for the fun, for the lulz. Instead, he strung along Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall probably would have fought twice. He could have fought twice by now, because Tom Aspinall is a step off the couch and fight type of dude. Now, You gotta look at it in multiple ways, because a lot of people just looking at it like, man, yeah, John Jones does what he wants, but bro, what about the division, right? I get it. The division isn't very strong. I mean, truthfully speaking, Tom Aspinall has knocked out damn near everybody in the top 10. If you go look at it, the only people he hasn't beat is Jelton Almeida, John Jones, the champion, and Cyril Gahn. I think the fight to make is Jelton Almeida, because he hasn't had a chance to fight Tom Aspinall. And truthfully speaking, Jelton Almeida is going to get fucking sparked. Absolutely sparked. I don't think right now there's a heavyweight to beat Tom Aspinall. I don't. Now, I could eat these words later, but just the tools that Tom Aspinall possesses, I don't think nobody beats him. You could say Cyril Gahn, but Cyril Gahn can't wrestle. Tom Aspinall is going to wrestle Cyril Gahn. Tom Aspinall has the whole package. He can wrestle, he can strike. I think his weakness would be kickboxing, and that's where Cyril Gahn would be able to get the advantage. But I'm not saying Tom Aspinall can't kickbox. I'm saying that's where his weakest point is. I would say probably kickboxing, and I haven't really seen his off the back work, so I don't know how that will work either. But I know people not gonna like me saying it, bro. John Jones, he wasn't afraid to fight Tom Aspinall. It wasn't Tom Aspinall that was the problem. Tom Aspinall just so happened to be the fighter. John Jones is afraid to tarnish his legacy. He's afraid to put that on the line. That's what he's afraid of. You say, oh, John Jones saying, oh, I want exciting fights. This young guy doesn't excite me. Bro, a guy knocking everybody out doesn't excite you? A guy that basically beat the whole top 10 doesn't excite you? It's a lot of excuses with John Jones. It's a lot of this, a lot of that. But let me ask you guys this. Would John Jones have fought again if it would have been somebody like Derek Lewis as champion? That's my question. And if I answer my own question, I'd say yes. John Jones 100% would have fought if Derek Lewis was the champion. John Jones wants to fight the fights that he's going to be obviously have not a favorable matchup, but he's going to have a obvious window to win. Poatan, the obvious window was to take him down, because John Jones knew if he took down Poatan, he was going to beat the shit out of him. Granted, there was a risk on the feet, but he was willing to take that risk because he knew the reward was great. What does he do to Tom Aspinall? Tom Aspinall has really good feet, so I'm not going to say it's going to be easy to take him down, because I said Cyril Gahn had good feet. It still took him down. I just think that the risk that you take fighting Tom Aspinall is just too great. It's not worth putting his legacy on the line. Truthfully speaking, I don't think Stipe Miocic, old ass, should even came out of retirement. He should have just stayed there. John Jones wanted Stipe. He wanted the Stipe fight badly. Oh, I want it for my legacy. I mean, Stipe's old as shit. Stipe didn't fight in like 3 or 4 years. And the last time he fought, he got fucking knocked out. So the Stipe fight truthfully made no sense. It was a legacy fight. Granted, Stipe's, people would say the heavyweight GOAT, but when you're old, you're old. You're an old man. He's an old man that ain't done nothing in 4 years. But firefight, man, I respect him for that. Appreciate the services. But anyways, Tom Aspinall is the champion now. Who does he fight? Who do you guys think they're going to give him next? What do you want to see from him? How do you guys feel about all this happening? That's the questions that need answers. I'm genuinely curious. How do you guys feel about John Jones retiring? How do you feel about Tom Aspinall? Because I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. Tom Aspinall literally said, I'm going to retire John Jones and I'm not even going to fight him. Now that's crazy work.